Once your rubric has been created and added to a task, a student can actually see this rubric prior to completing their assignment by clicking on a task area that you would define. In this situation, here's their Clinical Day 1 assignment or task. Notice again, we don't have instructions, but you're seeing that perhaps you might want to list some. Even if they're brief, you may have additional instructions that you attach as a resource. In this situation, your student could scroll down, click on the rubric heading, and see the rubric. This is a very essential element for students to understand how they will be assessed prior to actually performing the operation or going to the clinical in this situation. This rubric is not one that the student will actually be able to click on. However, they do get the information on how they will be assessed. And let's say the actual assignment was that they needed to turn in any comments or concerns that they had at their clinical. Your student would turn it in. And then back out. Their particular task manager is going to let them know that they have actually turned this particular assignment in. Now you as the teacher would turn around, go to the task manager. Now I am seeing that this individual has turned it in. I would choose Turned In. Now if I was actually reviewing clinicals while at the actual location, so in this case this must be a long-term care health facility or a hospital, I could actually review my student as they were performing this. Again, my list of student names would show up here. Notice in this case I can actually check to see if they were performing each one of these tasks. And let's say yes, they performed all of these, but maybe what I want to do is also provide some comments or concerns. I have this box to do this. The other is I have the ability also to have this type of a rubric. Either they did it or they did not. So in this case I can give them a 36 because they exercised good judgment. If I want to see how this particular student is doing prior to actually saving their record, I can go ahead and record the score. This individual now is getting a 72. As well as I can provide them with additional comments or concerns that I may have seen that aren't exactly in the rubric. I've made a note to this student regarding their dress code. I'll choose Save. And save one more time. The student now, as they look at their content, they'll see that Clinical Day 1, it was graded instead of just turned in as it was before. Click on Clinical Day 1 and you'll notice they'll see how, by reviewing your rubric, how they were scored. So they know they received 100% of the points. Choose Back. This concludes the development of a rubric, using the rubric in a task manager, as well as setting up task manager categories.